All right, here with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. First of all, congratulations this past weekend. Great performance by your fighter, Robert Brant, against, how do you say his name again? Bison Gurov. Yeah, congratulations on the win. What do you think of his performance?
I thought, it was a great performance. He did whatever I asked him to do in the corner.
But you didn't ask him to do anything. I remember you just said he's so good you didn't have to tell him anything.
There's a few things that I had to tell him, to remind him, not tell him, remind him, which he did.
All right, well, this is the middleweight division is very stacked right now. We got Charlo in there, we got Canelo, we got Demetrius Andrade, we got lots of guys in that division. Where does your guy stack up? I mean, for the casual fans, he might be lost in the shuffle a little bit, but with a performance like that, people are starting to know him a little bit now. So how does he stack up against those guys?
Well, with a belt around your waist, a championship belt around your waist, he wouldn't be too lost in the sauce because he proved it the other day. I mean, he beat Murata, and then he beat Bison Gurov. So, I mean, everything is starting to fall in our direction. The best thing about it is Rob can throw punches from 1 to 12 all day long and don't get tired. And he keeps his power during the whole fight.
Yeah, when he beat Murata for the title, he was a big underdog going into that fight. Maybe a lot of people thought it was a fluke, even though he dominated. It wasn't a punch that did it. It was, dominating from bell to bell. But, a lot of people still didn't buy it. But does this victory here, in his hometown, first title defense, does that kind of solidify his title?
Well, you know what? Like I said, he was in great condition. And winning a title, it just gives you that more confidence that, I'm champion. And then he defended the title in his hometown. That solidified that he's true to the game.
Yeah, tell us about obviously the punch outputs, his bread and butter. I mean, he throws more punches than about anybody, leading up to the 11th round stoppage. What does that give him as far as an advantage of the opponents he'll face in the middleweight division? Well,
when you fight Rob Brant, the opponent, he better be in condition because we could throw punches from 1 to 12.
All right, so he got his title victory. He got his first defense. I assume he's looking for a step-up fight. Well, not a step-up. He's champion, but, a big money payday. So, what are, some hopes that he has or you have for him as far as the next opponent goes?
Well, we have to sit down with all our people and put things together. Listen, wherever the money is at, because this is what we do it for, the money. Wherever the highest percentage of the loot, we're in it.
But do you have a specific person that you think his style maybe matches up best right now?
No, well, we don't have a specific person. All we are in it for title defenses, successful, and the loot.
You were confident in this guy before he won the title. Like I said, a lot of people didn't know who he was. He was kind of, just someone that was supposed to be an opponent for Murata, and then he walks out with the title. What did you know about this guy that other people didn't know?
Well, Verzengiev, what did I know about him? Or
No, your guy. Before he fought Murata, before he won the title, you were confident in him, but everyone else was like, who is this guy? He's just an opponent from Murata, that kind of thing. So what did you know about your fighter that other people didn't?
Look, when I take on a fighter, all I ask for him to do is listen. If you listen, we'll have no problem, and he listens. That's the key. We in the gym, 8 solid weeks, we put in the work, we put in the Mount Charleston, and, we do what we got to do. The key about Rob is he listens. He listens. He's very aware of his surroundings. And he goes in and does his job. Everything off the jab. It starts with the jab. That's what it is.
And finally, just on a personal level, what's it mean for you to have another champion, have this guy, defend his title? But I know it means a lot for you to add to your stable of current and former champions.
Well, I'm blessed that I know this game. I'm not saying I'm the best teacher in the world at boxing, but I've been there, done that. I was a 15-round fighter, and I just keep it going. I know this game inside and out.
What was up with that when they asked you in the corner? You said you don't even know what to tell them. Is that just that you didn't know what you were doing, or Rob, was that good?
Well, let me explain something to you, Jody. Well, when I made that remark, I was dead serious because everything that we worked on in the gym, he did it. I don't want to throw a monkey wrench in there and he does something wrong and get caught. No, keep doing what you're doing. move your head. Keep the jab was the key.
And all joking aside, it's actually refreshing to hear that, because sometimes I think people talk just to talk and they want to say something, but sometimes, hey, when your guy's doing what he's got to do, just sit back and enjoy it, right?
You know what? That's exactly what I did. I sat back and enjoyed his movement, his head movement, the jab. I mean, he had a great time in it. When he came back to the corner, I didn't have to tell him anything different. You got a guy, another fighter, fighting one way. He's just coming straight in, not moving his head. All you got to do is stick your jab out there, double, triple, feint. You can do a lot of things. I'm from the old school. I've learned from the best teachers in the game. And I just keep doing it.
And Minnesota's not exactly a hotbed of boxing, so how nice was it for him to get to go back to his hometown and give them a world title fight in defense?
Minnesota was not hot at all. It was cold. No. But listen, that's his hometown, and they sold the place out, and he enjoyed himself. So we may be going back there again, but I wish it's in the summertime. No winter time.
He introduced you to Lunafisk. You ever had that?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Well, that's some great seafood up there. Those Scandinavian people will tell you about that. It's great.
Okay, well, I'll hit Rob on the telephone later on and see what that is.
All right. Congratulations, Eddie. Look forward. Well, what's the turnaround? When are you hoping to see him back in there?
Another 4 months. Give him a little time off to get himself together and then come back. I will need 8 weeks in the gym. That's all. We do 8 weeks and we're off and running. No problem.
All right, man. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Jody.